There is a big spotlight on the transgender community within the military as well.
Being in the infantry is hard enough the way it is.
New at 6, 10 News military reporter Hannah Mullins spoke to a retired Army colonel who says the newly announced change is long overdue.
The Secretary of Defense just issued this statement announcing a major move that could lift the ban on transgender service members.
Our troops give life and limb for this country, and until Don't Ask, Don't Tell was lifted 4 years ago, the LGBT community sacrificed their identity to do it.
Having LGBT servicemen, or I have to say LGB servicemen.
Retired Army Colonel Sherry Swakowski says that's because transgender troops remained banned from serving.
I knew there was something different about me as early as 5. Didn't know what it was, didn't have a name for it.
He felt like a she. Swakowski served in silence for nearly 35 years. She's the nation's highest-ranking openly transgender person. She was so uncomfortable in her own skin as a man, she asked me to blur her pre-transition photo.
I was forced to delay my transition, so it took me 50-some years before I was able to be authentic.
That may be changing. Defense Secretary Ash Carter called the current policy an outdated, confusing, inconsistent approach that's contrary to our value of service and individual merit. He called for a working group to study the policy for 6 months, with the presumption transgender service members can serve openly. According to a UCLA study, there are an estimated 8,800 transgender people actively serving the U.S.
We're just like everyone else.
She hopes others will have the freedom to be themselves, since freedom is the very thing they're fighting for.
There are a lot of questions to answer, like medical coverage and what it means for special operations teams, for now only open to men. Hannah Mullins, 10 News.
Now, any efforts to discharge a transgender person will now have to go through the Pentagon.